When last we left off with veins like tapeworms, we were kind of just speed running through the game just to like try to get at least one more ending. I do know that there is another ending called Restoration. I think you gain it earlier on in the game, but I do not know how to get it. So I'm just kind of eh. I do want to get one of the main other endings though, which I think we're on the way to. And now we're in like the part of the game where I'm pretty sure all the dialogue is going to be different, so we'll actually have to like read it out. And actually, I need to get my timer up. There. Actually, what is the settings for the timer? Okay, good. That is all I need. Mm. For the last time, I don't have enough money for fish. Just take it. It would protect you. Not here. I actually like the quick stop and shops. Convenient. Would rather not get banned. Hmm. If Demian was any less tired, or if Slyce was any less hungry, they would have taken a moment to skim through their pay, cash delivered in a crisp white envelope. It felt lighter than it should reasonably be, but right now their main goal is to go on a food run. That's not to say they're okay with Carl cooking the books, that's the same. Demian's unhappy that their money is being cooked. Miriam isn't here. Yet you do not wish to feed me what I desire. We have already fed you fish once, Slyce. Relax. When I get more money, you'll have a nice steamed fish waiting for you. Let's see. Fresh fish would be better. Budget doesn't mesh with better. And this is where we'll end up meeting Wikus again. And there they are in the background. And thus we have the awkward moment of, oh shit, my ex is here for some fucking reason. Which actually, from like the other endings, we find out that Demian is from like all the fucking way across the US. I think it's like a town in Maryland they're originally from. So the fact that Wikus is here, it's just like, oh, what the fuck? Like, what are the odds? Kind of like ships crossing in the night, but then promising to meet at a port later for a beer or something. Or I guess in their case, like a cup of coffee. I liked the ending where they got to be friends. It was very nice. Unfortunately, that won't be this ending. So Wikus is asking, like, how we are. Is it a palatable one? Uh, we've been blunt this whole time. I think we may soften the blow this time. Just to see what it looks like. I'm curious. Fine, you know, graduated high school, couch surfed a bit, and now I'm here.
Demian's voice drips with sarcasm as they drawl. My little slice of paradise up in here, let me tell ya. Still playing music? Wikus sounds innocent in his question, not like he's mocking them. There's a wistful sigh that escapes their lips. I wish. I still think about how different my life would be if my music took off, but between rent, jobs, food, and just trying to survive, I had to put it aside. It's a nice dream, but that's about it. Shh, don't say that, Zhao. You're bogging down the mood. But enough about me, Demian says as they shake their head. What about you? What brought you here to our utopia? I'm gonna be visiting my uncle tomorrow. I stopped here to get some supplies before I head off, he says. Oh, what's up with him? Wikus looks down and touches the back of his neck. He purses his lips a little, like the words are stuck on his tongue. It's not really a big thing. He's just, well, you remember him, right? He was there the last time you were at my place for Christmas. Oh yeah, that memory. Demian doesn't like thinking about it because they'd gone over to Wikus' place because their parents were fighting. Demian remembers. Yeah, frailer guy. Hip surgery the other week, so they're just getting basically just at-home hospice care. Demian wishes they had an uncle to come crawling to when the going gets tough. You don't need anyone like that, you know. We are together as one. If everything comes to an end, we will be together. That's nice of you, Demian says before pausing. Don't tell me he lives in this shithole.
Just immediate stomach drop. Demian's like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh fuck.
Part of it's out of pity, admittedly. Kingsfield is no place to have a real life. If you ask Demian, the only real reason to voluntarily move here is if you're a geezer with no fucks left to give and a retirement fund to burn through. Kingsfield is a city that makes you broke and keeps you broke. The other part is the harrowing idea of reliving some of their worst moments as a teenager by Wikus' mere presence. He's a little while away. Got a few hours to go to get there, Wikus says.
Been driving for too long. Yeah, that part of why you always gotta take 2-hour breaks. Not like 2-hour breaks, but like a break every 2 hours when driving. Road exhaustion, leg clots are no joke, folks.
At least Wikus will be gone soon. Hey, are you free for a while? Wikus asks. I think we'll do a save. Save a Reno. Cannot stand him. Their thoughts blank out. I just, you know. Oh, welcome back. Actually, where the fuck is my water? There it is. Because I'm not chugging my coffee. I'm making that shit last. I'm not gonna either, but he seems earnest. Might as well see what he has to say. Nothing good will only worsen your heart. Cannot bloom with it.
So we have saved. Oh, no worries. If you want to keep talking to her, unless like she's already like gone to bed, because I know she's much further ahead of you in time zone.
Fuck. Oh god, I better not be catching fucking COVID, because I've already felt sore as is and overly tired. I'm gonna be so fucking pissed if I have it.
Oh. Well, shit. Well, I'm glad you're with a girlfriend that wanted to talk to you. Oh, dear. Let's see what the rather not option does. Well... I'm sorry, Wikus. but we're going down a different route this time.
I'd rather not. They exhale heavily, spitting out a dull statement that any old fool can understand. It's not about the money this time. Even so, Demi can't help but cringe at the thought of going out. Everything in Kingsfield is overpriced. Businesses are trying to squeeze every last penny out of everyone. It's probably $4 for coffee from the cafe these days.
Damn. That's cheaper than some of the cafes around here. Oh, so she's like a model or something? Well, shit. That sucks. Well, hopefully she'll be able to be with someone eventually, because that's just... Oh... Yeah, that makes sense. I'm not surprised.
That'd be 2 meals worth of money thrown down the drain.
Yeah, that's, like, for some of the shit that Demian buys, that'd be way too much.
I thought they'd say be jumping at the chance to follow along if they had the money. Hey, don't worry, I'll spot you for it if that's what you're worried about. Demian scoffs, rolling their eyes. It's not the money, Snyman. You don't get that? Typical Wikus. When condescension doesn't work, throw money at the problem. And if money doesn't bandage the old wounds, tough shit, buddy, you're on your own. I wonder, when was the last time someone told him no?
Ah. What part of the US? Because our country is ridiculously fucking huge. And this is just more because I'm nosy. It's fun finding out where everybody lives. Even if just vaguely. And that seems to shut Wikus up.
I'm heading home, Wikus. I got a shift tonight. I guess I'll be seeing you then. Yeah, see you.
Bye, Wikus. It's probably for the best. We've got a parasite creature in our veins.
They know damn well they won't. Slyce hums in approval. And with that, they shuffle up to the cash register and pay for their food.
9 hours behind me. So she's either, like, in my time zone or Midwest, somewhere in the area of. Probably further back. I don't know my time zones very well.
Passing one final glimpse behind Wikus, who had turned his attention to the rest of the store, Demian pushes open the door and enters the foggy morning air. It's starting to drizzle now. It feels nice on their face. Don't act so pleased with yourself. I'm not. Simply glad you have wised up. Maybe things could have been different in another life. Maybe if he hadn't left them feeling so lonely when they were younger, Demian could have been friends with them now. Oh well.
Oh, oh, God. Well, I'm sure she's happy that we're about to be in winter. Because during summer, Arizona is Satan's asshole. Fucking hell. Let's see.
They have work to do and a parasite to feed. The door swings open and Wikus comes rushing to their side. Demian holds back the urge to hit him. Why does everyone want to ambush them while leaving the shop? Wikus gets into a struggle with his umbrella, trying to open it and talk to Demian simultaneously. Hey, Demian! What do you want, they say. Well, I was just thinking, I'll be free this Saturday too. I can clear up my schedule, and maybe we can go out. Seriously, I'll spot you if you need it, or we can split halfway. No one's heard from you in years, and I'd like to catch up. Hot flashes of anger roll through their bones. Leave me alone. Demian doesn't look up. Huh? I said leave me alone. I want to get some rest before my shift starts. He bristles at the cold tone in their words. Their rage burns, but their voice is laced in frost. Wikus' umbrella finally snaps open. He holds it above his head, leaving him as the only pillar standing dry in the concrete wasteland. Freezing raindrops bog down Demian's hair, sticking thick locks to their face. Wikus starts off slow. Is it... Are you... It's about when we last met, isn't it? That's your chip on the shoulder? Wow, you think? You made me fucking miserable, and then you try to come back in my life and act like everything's okay? Are you seriously mad about that? Really? It was years ago. Yeah, and it was some of the last years I had before I got disowned from my own family. Demian's words soak through his windbreaker, past his skin and right into his bones. What? Don't play dumb. If they've told their forced out of the closet story once, they've told it 1,000 times. Didn't my dad tell you? Someone in my family found out I went by Demian and went tattling right to my parents. Came home one day to find all my shit thrown out on the lawn, and 10 minutes later, I wasn't part of the Zhaos anymore. I was just some fucked up little freak who wasn't the spitting image of what they wanted. Didn't Mommy tell the whole town how ashamed she is of me? She didn't. No one did. Now it's Demian's turn to fall into awful silence. Wikus goes on. Your family never talked about you after you graduated. We all thought you died in some freak accident or something. They iced us all out. They took down all your pictures and everything. Fuck Demian, they moved out last year. Demian wishes they were surprised. I mean, as far as Demian's family was concerned, they were dead to them. The version that they had tried to make them to be was dead. Which is honestly a really shitty way for a family to treat a person, but unfortunately that's Demian's existence. Look, you can't blame me for what happened when we were kids, alright? His knuckles are turning white. He holds the umbrella with such fervor, they wonder if he wants to use it as a weapon. They know it'd be their dream if the tables were turned. We were both horrible to each other. Hey Magna, welcome in. I hope you're doing well, and thank you. My birthday is on Monday, but I'm not gonna be streaming Monday, so I wear the hat today. We were both horrible to each other. Is that what you wanted to hear? I admit it. I wasn't in the right place to be dating anyone, and I fucked you up because of it. But it's not... What happened after we graduated wasn't my fault. I'm not the one who outed you or kicked you out. Doesn't change the fact you were always the one trying to fix me, like I was a fucking computer or a pet project, not a person. Yes, it is the Borb's birthday on Monday. I'll celebrate on Monday for you. Hell yeah. I'm just now hoping I won't have to spend my birthday fucking sick at this point. They scoff and glare at him through their hair. Alright, sure. I was shitty to you too. I'll give you that. You're not the one who told my family. Yeah, I twisted your arm to get you to go out with me for a night. He tries to say something. They cut him off. But you're the one who stuck around. You're the one who begged me to stay and try to make it work. I wanted out for years, and in hindsight, you're the one who made my last bit of normalcy a living hell. I hated being around you. Demian snorts and turns their nose up at him. You didn't even have the balls to break it off when you checked out. You remember that? I had to do it myself. So excuse me if I'm less than pleased seeing you. Because you remind me of what I could have been. Laughing to no one, Demian's words drift into the foggy morning. A black car whizzes by the two, blinding headlights becoming a mere speck in the distance. Oh fuck yeah, cake. I think I want... If the store has yellow cake squares, I want one of those for my birthday. I've been baking... Well, I could still try to bake a cake. Send voice messages singing a Swedish happy birthday song. Hell yeah. Oh dear, we have more trauma to unpack here. You know, I used to be jealous of you and your family. I'd look at you with your dad and your mom, and I'd want to be you so fucking bad. It made me sick. You had it so good, and you didn't even know it. And you don't even know it. Look at you, even now. I bet you're working with your dad. Nice little nepo job, isn't it? My dad threw me out at 18. He's why I'm in this fucking dump. God, he looks pathetic. He doesn't even wield his anger anymore. No, his train of thought is written on his face, plain as day, and even worse than rage. He pities them. They can deal with despisal. They thrive on it, in fact. Contempt breeds violence, one of the few times they're allowed to throw the first punch. Pity, though? Demian might as well be a useless stray dog in Wikus's eyes. People don't hate a mutt for lashing out, after all. Just pity it enough to take it out behind the shed. God damn, we're going old Yeller. Shoot. Demian, I'm not the bad guy. I still care about you. He extended his hand, reaching from his sanctuary and into the filthy rain. I didn't know what happened with your family, and I want to help. I know we haven't had the best relationship, but I can really help you. Come on, seriously. He still hasn't changed, has he? Even now, he thinks they're just some broken easel to tape together. Don't. They shake their head. It's too late for us anyway. That's right. It's too late. I'm going home, Wikus. They pull the shoulder of their jacket up. Some of us didn't get the privilege of Daddy's cushy little safety net. Demian. Demian turns their back on him. Bye, Wikus. Hope your uncle's okay. They tighten their chests and begin to walk, leaving him in the rain. Soon, even he's become a silhouette in the fog. Demian's head is so quiet. Slyce is pleased, but says nothing, as long as you're not vibrating our bones again. They hope Wikus feels as miserable as they do. At this rate, they'll only get a few hours of sleep before work starts. Slyce needs to eat. Demian doesn't have time to sit and seethe. I'm going to bed. The crack in their voice betrays the stoic front Demian tries to paint. I'll feed you, and I'm gonna take a nap before my shift. Rest well, Demian. You deserve to sleep. May we never see him again. I hope not. If I may ask one question, though, did you ever like him? Love him? Care for him? I think so. When we first started off, maybe. But in the end, I'd wake up in the morning and wish he and I would both die. And that's why they left. Because if they stayed for one more day, they would have stabbed him in his sleep. Fucking yikes. Doesn't matter anymore. Harden your heart and turn your back in Chapter 6. They dream of red again. It is not the color of love tonight.
So this is just a nightmare where Wikus and Miriam are murdering Demian. Demian has always viewed himself as a monster, not really human, because they've just never liked their human skin. Because they've made multiple comments now of just feeling like a brain piloting a meat suit with a strong disconnect with their body. To the point that even Slyce notes it and is like, yo, what the fuck? So now, Slyce is like poking into the dream. And they're basically just going like, hey, it's monstercide, it's alright. And I guess like this is bleeding more into like the good route a little bit. Where Demian is like, yeah, I'm a monster. So it's like, again, it's like two of the routes are blended together. Gross. Oh. Oh. So Power of Titan, so like... I could have swore there was a choice there, or I guess not. But yeah, now Demian's just using the axe and they're fighting back in their dream. Someone stuffed a barrel of worms into a carcass and pretended those were innards. Slime of death. They're a monster, always have been. Miriam showed the world who they are. Why not have it on the outside? They scream and pull themselves awake. Thick blonde hair sticks to their face, and they dreamed it's only a dream. And they're basically like going through their memories of how the ceilings would change. Oh, hello! There's a little buddy on their arm. And then finally, when they wake up, screaming and sobbing now, they rest on it tells what greets their eyes. Though this is the first time they've woken up to see flowers on their arms. They're not afraid. Flowers cannot hurt them. In fact, these days, flowers are the mark of the other. Demian takes in the sight of them. The petals sprout from their skin, curving towards the ceiling they had been so transfixed with. Pinks and greens swirl together, on 5 petals evenly spaced from each other. Threads of something seem to connect the pieces together. It pushes out of their wrist, reaching up as if to embrace the moon. The flower burbles in a language they can almost understand. They close their eyes and let it call out. Maybe it would touch the stars before Demian ever could. They are changing. Bit by bit, Demian is twisting inwards and embracing the titan within themselves. Soon, all that'll be left is the monster they've tried to hide their whole life. That concept's becoming more alluring by the day. Whenever they open their eyes again, the flowers are gone. Burrowed into their skin, probably. Or was it ever there? They don't know. That's the problem, isn't it? The older Demian gets, the less they know. They thought they knew themselves when they were a child. Now they don't recognize their face or their voice anymore. No matter what you forget, I'll always be here. By you. With you. For you. Thank you. Pat, pat, pat. I received head pats! Thank you kindly. And Slyce says that they know that Demian is afraid of being alone. You just don't know how to call out. But you don't have to with me. That's right. Our hearts are connected. Demian sits up slowly. The stench of old fish bones hangs in the air. They do their best to take care of themselves. They really do. But these days it's become impossible. Juggling work, self-care, social life, and Slyce would exhaust anyone after a while. So Demian just cut the 2 least important threads. They've still got a few weeks until the smell gets vomit-inducing. They'll be okay until then. I just have to look normal to everyone. You should get some fresh air. It will do you good. Yeah, maybe. I have laundry to do anyway. Demian needs to get the smell of rot out of their uniform anyway. Let's see, this is just Demian minding their own business, doing laundry, so this is all like the same text as in the other 2 routes. Demian's just like, yeah, this place is beautiful, but it's like fucking awful because it's a casino city. I made myself broke coming here because I had no money left and figured, fuck it, I'll gamble it all and see what happens. And unfortunately, Demian learned the house rule the hard way in that the house always wins. Hold on. My microphone was falling out of its thing. Its holster. Okay, we should be getting close to where some of the dialogue might change. It's about time to collect their laundry. Demian's reclaiming some of their time, and Slyce is trying to warn them that there are, muggers coming up behind them to try to steal Demian's non-existent wallet. House doesn't win you when you start counting cards. House just gets mad. Yeah, and then the house takes you out back behind the shed and breaks your kneecaps. Don't count cards if you value your life. And now Demian is gonna get their shit kicked in, unfortunately. Oh hey, now we got the little spinning stars. I didn't see that before. Something cold and metallic presses against the back of their neck. Okay, we're being held at knife point by two individuals who want Demian's, once again, non-existent wallet, phone, and watch. Like Demian literally has none of that. So now they're gonna, like, forcefully pat them down to see if they can find anything, and then realize, oh wait, shit, they don't actually have anything.
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's pretty much how they rolled up on Demian, I tell you what. And now they're trying to beat the shit out of Demian because how dare they be a waste of their time when they're the ones that picked Demian as a target. Help. Demian needs somebody help. Not just anybody help. An eldritch parasite help.
Bruh.
So we should be able to, like, just pick here on the ground. Defend.
I will protect you. One of them slashes at bare skin and carves open a wound. Demian's body jerks forward.
Could not have been timed better, fucking right.
Demian doesn't realize they were freed from the men's grip until they hit the ground. They roll onto their back, their stomach, their back again, before jutting out an arm to stop themselves. There is no pain. Maybe Slyce is blocking it.
Who knows? Fuck away, Battlefield 6, I don't care! I only fucking reinstalled Epic to get a free game I wanted, cry. And now it never shuts up.
Let's see, they lunge and rip it straight from his hands. From the green hoodie dude. Open wounds start weeping blood as they grab the knife in both hands, splitting skin and tearing meat. Their palms keep on gushing. Black tendrils burst from the openings, wrapping around their arms like fleshy gauntlets. The men gasp and jump back. From Demian's wounds, oozing tentacles bulge through their flesh and root itself in their bones. Some act like a second layer of skin, protecting them from all harm that comes their way. Others curve their beautiful, wicked appendages into the smog-filled skies. The pain melts away into euphoria. Green Hoodie is the first to speak.
What the fuck are you?
It's so hard to respond. With two brains melting and swirling together, a higher mind would simply be beyond human speech. Eventually they gurgle, "I am an angel." One of them holds a knife out to defend himself. Demian is too delirious to see who, yet they can see the tremble in his shoulders. His hands are shaking. Let's just pull them off of him.
Leave me alone.
They have to force the words from their tongue. Just leave me alone. Vines of flesh and veins like tapeworms rip forward. Black tendrils swirl through the air, ripping away the men in their feeble attempts to split Demian's belly open. It's not just impressive, it's downright elegant. When Demian was a child, they once watched a woman dancing on stage. Her wine-red cheongsam flitted behind her with each step, the dress's floral pattern weaving a petal trail in their mind. To the untrained eye, her dance would be wild, rhythmless. But Demian knew the filthy secret of the passion. They had danced long enough to ruin their feet. Without a single word, they understood the sleepless nights and agonizing injuries she'd gone through, all to make such a frantic, perfect dance.
No, God! No, God! No, God, please, no!
Ah,
no,
shit, that's
God,
still
please,
fucking
no,
doubling.
No,
I don't know what to do about
no,
that.
No!
I think I'll have to, like, disconnect it from my Twitch account, too. I thought I already had. Shit.
Slyce pirouetted into the night, just like her. For a single breath, they are weightless. Every step, every spin, Demian is a spore caught in the wind. Nitty-gritty details all blur together. If someone asked Demian who threw the first punch, or who threw the fifth punch, I should say, which man knocked the wind out of them, they wouldn't be able to tell. It's like their recollection of the time they almost drowned as a child. Even if they don't remember the face of the lifeguard or the atrocities their father hurled at their direction, they can still recall the sunlight gleaming through the pool's surface. Today, the water's shimmer is feeling of their knuckles bruising.
Perfectly timed. Hell yeah.
Their shoulder pulls away, far enough it could crack. They slam their fist into someone's nose. One man drops his knife. They laugh. It is long, loud, and unapologetic. The burst of joy in their chest feels wonderful. Is this really the first time they've ever been able to fight back? One tentacle wraps tight around a man's neck. Demian's whole body convulses with euphoria. Jerking forward, it throws him far, far away from them. He screams as his useless body slams to the ground. Something inside him crackles.
Oh, well, there went his ribs.
They hope it's his bones. One gives up and runs. They don't know who. It doesn't matter. What's he gonna do? Call the cops? They fought their way to survival. Each breath they take is one stolen from the night. Demian isn't supposed to die here. Their aching desire for home is what forces the air in their lungs. Their body aches, screams for relief. The open sores that ooze with tendrils languish in the agony, but Demian can't stop now. They can't stop until they won't get up again. 1,000 cicadas buzzing in their skull drown out everything except their most primal, brutal instinct. The knife clatters to the concrete. It's a harsh noise that punches the air for a split second before falling still. Yet the sound of metal on stone forces them out of the bloodlust trance. The canvas seems to have sprawled itself out in front of them, even through the haze of their mind's eye.
Demian, you good?
A feeble throat squishes in Demian's hands, his swollen lips drooling in pink blood and bubbly slobber. Bony legs dangle above the ground, high up enough that if Demian dropped him now, he'd tumble down and break something. It's irreversible. Last self-defense take a violent turn in Chapter 7. You're sick, they rasp out. You know that? You're fucking sick. A strangled moan is the only response they get. You did this to me. You did this. Look at me. Look at me. Fucking look at me! It's hard to see his eyes through all the blood pouring down his face. Their own gaze doubles with every breath, blurring the edges of their vision. Demian's head throbs so much it feels like their eyes are going to fucking pop. What did you think this was gonna happen, huh? Or rather, what did you think was gonna happen, huh? Demian chokes out a hard laugh that burns their cords. Did you think I just let you do this? Did you think I wouldn't fight back? Fuck you. Blood and void sludge spits from their mouth. You did this to me. Demian reels their arm back and throws him to the ground. A part of them is disappointed at the results. They think they'd really, really like to watch his skull split open and spill all his brains out. Crack your head like an egg, wanna see the yolk. Demian lolls their head to the right, watching the man whimper and reach out. He's dragging himself away from his tormentor. Those new teeth Slyce created are itching in their gums. The only thing that can soothe the burning is to lean down. And... what are you doing? I know you're starving. We haven't gorged ourselves in so long, have we? Demian blinks again. They are standing over the lump of meat now. One brown boot is stomped on the small of his back. The fingers that used to be theirs are curled tight. The pads of their fingers are sweating so badly underneath the vines. An arm is wrapped so tight around his vulnerable neck. Demian is drooling under the cloth mask. It takes so much control just to keep himself from taking that last step. From sinking into an irreversible pool of madness, mania, and delight. From pulling that mask down and opening wide. From letting every human worry go. We can't yet. Why not? I can feel your deepest desires. Everyone will see we can't do it here. Sure enough, this concrete tunnel has no place to hide. One wrong move, one scream that carries too far, and all those filthy, boot-licking pigs would come screeching to Demian's feet. They sigh deep, relaxing their grip and dropping his head. One harsh kick in the ribs tosses the man aside like a rag doll. Demian's eyes are dull in the moonlight. His trembling hands try so hard to drag him away from them. Those fingernails caked in blood scrape against the dirty bricks. Even if Demian won't kill him, they'll sure be the one who watches him squirm. They want to see him die, don't you? Yes, but not yet. Not while we're open. Vulnerable. Incomplete. I can't afford the blood on my hands. They are interrupted by the bleeding sack. Please. Even saying that must have taken a great effort from him. Bile creeps up Demian's throat as their mouth twists into a snarl. You disgust me, they growl, real low and guttural. It barely sounds like their voice. It sounds better. The power, the strength, it's all so overwhelmingly euphoric that Demian could get drunk off of it. Demian smashes their boot down on his hand. The bones make a wonderful crackling under their heel. A finger of his is bent so far back, the nail could touch his wrist. Oh god. Now I know he can't get me. Yes, that's right. You are protecting yourself. Not just me. I'm protecting you. Because deep down they know Slyce is the only thing keeping them from going these days. Self-preservation's a bitch, isn't it? They won't allow themselves to think. They just tear through the tauntingly bright streets, shoving past drunken tourists and dead-eyed gamblers. Hood up, head down, mask on. It doesn't matter which druggie screams or which sweaty prick points out the blood on their jacket. Up the stairs, rip open the door. Or rip the door open. Their hands are shaking. God, Demian's hands are fucking screaming in a language only they can hear, sobbing out Demian's aching need to rip their skin open and split their nails apart and show the world just how goddamn beautiful they can really be when they're covered in flowers. Okay, then.
The fuck was that noise? Oh.
Kick the door shut, flick on the light, puke a gallon of void sludge into the trash can. They're burning up inside. Fucking burning. Demian's blood is boiling over past the point it should have turned into steam and rained down in their arteries. I swear I can read, I just don't feel well. Demian's blood is boiling over past the point it should have turned into steam and rained down in their arteries. They vomit again and again, until it feels like there's nothing left, and then Demian vomits once more. Oh god, not dry heaving. They sit up and wipe the sludge off their lips. Starvation. Yes, that's what they're feeling. Starvation. The sweetest steak was ripped from the jaws of a feral dog. No one can blame a dog for lashing out. Someone just has to feed the dog, and it'll be all better. Sometimes the dog has to feed itself. The meat in the fridge has long since rotted over. Pungent miasmas waft up from the fridge door. It squishes in their hands, leaking red and black juices through their fingers.
Oh.
Demian rips through the meat, barely even chewing and swelling before biting down again, and wishing so fucking badly this was a live human. The morgue keeps it fresh. They think Slyce hates that.
Demian fucking Zhao, did you raid a morgue? What the fuck?
It reeks and tastes even worse. Maggots squirm from the moldy flesh into their tongue, down their gullet for Slyce to crunch to nothingness. There's so much to stuff down, but it's not enough. It's never going to be enough. Their nerves, their skin, their blood, it's all itching and whirring inside their body. Demian's own body is constricting against their soul. It's not dysphoria. Demian knows damn well what it feels like to be dysphoric. This isn't it. This is bone deep. Demian just needs to get their nails into their skin and rip away this broken shell they were forced into since birth. Fuck, it hurts so much. They settle for the next best thing. The sweat and tears pouring down their face coat the skin in a sickening shine. It's only fair Demian does something to cool off.
Are we finally getting a shower?
The bathroom is always cold. When the adrenaline wears off and Demian hurls their bloody clothes to the floor, the sound of laughter is what reaches their ears. Demian looks up. Their neighbor must have the TV on too loud. No. There's no one beside them tonight. It was so easy. It was so fucking easy to do that. It wasn't just easy. It felt fucking good. There's no barrier in the mind that keeps a human from doing these things.
I mean, there is like a sense of morality that stops most people. Yeah, most people agree that beating someone within an inch of their life or killing them isn't cool. But Demian's in a bit of a spiral.
There's no switch in the brain that makes the body freeze up before the inevitable happens. It's all just stupid bullshit movies love to peddle. It's morality crap to pretend Mr. Kills all the villains goons is sending a good message to the youth. Demian can't even lie. Can't say it was instinct that kicked in. This wasn't instinct. Bloody hands smear crimson streaks across their face, dripping down their jawline and staining the ugly cracked tiles. Could have run, they gasped through the laughter. But I had to survive. I had to. Bloodthirst and hate tangled their ugly fingers together, falling into each other deeper and deeper until they were one in the sanguinary desire and dysphoric body, ready to show everyone just how wicked their desires are. It feels so damn good. That's right. It wasn't your fault, Demian. You did what you needed to survive. No, I didn't, they snapped with a giddy little chuckle, shaking their head. I didn't. I did more than that. God, I did so much more, didn't I? So what? You judge yourself in the perspective of a human. A human would say you're violent, a maniac, a monster. I say you are learning just how much better you really are.
I got distracted by a string hanging out.
He deserved it. He did. It's his fault. You had to snap. Fuck it. It felt so good. It felt so fucking good. They gripped the sink in both hands. Is this it? Is this blooming? Not yet. But it is almost time now. And it is thanks to tonight. Our minds are almost perfectly aligned. You are so close to being the perfect vessel. All we need now is time. Soon? Yes. So very soon. When Demian opens their eyes, they're staring at a flower so gorgeous it hurts. Its petals flutter with each breath, curved toward the dusty lights. The pink insides draw their eye closer to the center, where a lightless void waits to snap the flower shut and devour whatever slips in. Is this you? Yes. You're beautiful. It is because of you that I can attain this beauty. I want to be beautiful too. You can be so much more than you are now. Will you help me once you bloom? Of course. You promise you won't just forget me when you ascend? Just as you saved me from unraveling, I will save you from impulsiveness. Thank you. It is the least I must do, and the least you deserve. But what's next? The final step you did not take. You and I both know you wanted to. I couldn't. If we were caught, then you would never be able to bloom. I could protect you once we became something greater. Tomorrow, I promise. Slowly, Demian reaches a bruised and bloody hand up. They cradle the flower in their grasp, cupping the petals so sweetly. They know their fate is sealed tomorrow. It's a fate Demian's becoming more and more enamored with. The scarred rat scurries by their bare feet once again. This time, Demian snatches it.
Oh.
And raising it to eye level, it squeaks and kicks in the air. They pinch the nape of its neck tighter.
Okay, we still eat the poor rat buddy, I see.
They were getting sick of the noises. Here, Demian says they lift up the corpse. It's fresh. Fucking hell. Coffee. I hope you die. I hope you die. Slowly, painfully, agonizing. I hope you die sobbing in misery. I hope you die because you know you made me a monster. You did this to me. You know that? You turned a child into a monster. You looked me in the eye and called me a fucking freak. You looked at me crying and begging you to let me stay, and you bruised my jaw and threatened to break all my fucking bones. You told me I wasn't your child. I have to build a new family now because of you. I have no one because of you. I hurt a man because of you, and it felt fucking good. He reminded me of you. I wanted to split his head open like I always dreamt of doing to you. I cradled his head in my hands the way Mom always did after you had a fit, and I told him he's the one to blame. He knows what he did. He knows not to cross me when I get into one of my moods. It's all his fault anyway. You liked hitting me, didn't you? Made you feel like a big, strong man, didn't it? Beating up a child who loved you and wanted you to love it. I like hurting people too, and it's all your fault. Didn't sleep one bit. They don't need it. Not tonight. They're too giddy to sleep. The sun rises and sets again, but they don't sleep. Demian has an aching feeling in their chest. They've idly dreaded it the past few months, but there's no way they can run from it. It's almost time for Slyce to bloom. Sifting through their innards and picking at their memories, it keeps on slithering through their brain. It rolls and squirms and boils inside them, trying to shape itself into the perfect body inside their shell. And oh God, they can feel every second of it. Their body is twisting and rotting from the inside out, and no matter what happens, they can't let their worries seep through to the forefront of their brain. Maybe if Demian keeps their thoughts real quiet, buries everything so deep even they can't hear the sobs and worries, Slyce wouldn't say anything. It's a nightmare, being trapped in layers of their own skin. This body does not belong to them. Something has crawled deep inside their bones, ever so gently. It has taken over, and now it bides its time until the original owner dies. Demian's waking nightmares drip-fed to them with every breath. The slow damage inflicted upon their body and mind will never be erased. Slyce has been quiet. Too quiet. Demian's mind hums with the existence of the other, but it hasn't spoken up all night. Is it a blessing or a curse? They don't know. They don't think they want to know. Who is it now? Someone bangs on their room door. Demian! Demian wishes they could say the ruckus woke them up. Sitting up on the filthy bedsheets, they run their hand up their face to pull thick locks of hair away. What? They call, voice bleary. Demian, get up! Dad wants to talk to you. Ah, it's Margaret. Of course. Demian drags himself to the door and pulls it open. Margaret shrinks back a step, and her face twists into one of unease. What the hell do you want? I wish I knew. Dad and I are going home early, but he wants me to get you before he leaves. They stare at her, unblinking and unmoving. Don't look at me like that, she mutters. I don't know what's going on either. Dad just said to get you right now, before your shift starts. I could break your jaw right now with one hit. Demian stares into space, into the sprawling parking lot behind Margaret. They do live on the second floor of the motel at least. Maybe if they push her off, she'll fall and break her neck at just the right angle. It'd be so easy. All they'd have to do is one little shove and... Demian, say something! Back to reality. Demian blinks real slowly and limps their head down to stare at Margaret. Yeah, sure, got it. Margaret's face contorts, eyebrows scrunched up and mouth twisted into a scowl. She straightens her back and tilts her head up. Demian realizes she's trying to peer over their shoulder and into the motel room. Is everything alright in there? Demian would love to rip her head off. Yeah. The meat is probably rotten. That's what she's smelling. But it doesn't matter. It's not for her. Margaret purses her lips as if to push the issue again. At this point, they're just daring her to. They'd love to have a reason to finally show Margaret just how much they hate her. She backs down. Better get going, Maggie. You don't want to miss the bus. They shove past her, slamming the door shut and plodding down the stairs. In some little corner of their senses, they can hear Margaret following behind like a lost cat. Just a matter of time until she takes off for the usual bus stop.
Debian.
Carl wheezes, placing a hand on their shoulder. There you are. Can I have a little chat with you in my office? I'm gonna pull you open and strangle you with your intestines. What do you want? Margaret is gone now. Ran far away, they bet, using the bus as an excuse so she doesn't have to get roped into it. I'd rather not talk about it in public if you don't mind. Why, so I won't make a scene in front of our guests. Tell me, you fucking coward. Sure. Like a cow being led to the butcher, Demian lets himself be all but dragged to the confines of Carl's dusty, cramped office. It's a terrible place to be, really. Demian's never seen anyone come out happier than they went in. Do 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 do. So let's see. That's the same. Sit down, will you? You're making me nervous. Carl chuckles to himself. It's nothing bad. First time today, Slyce speaks up. You and I both know what he's going to do. Why don't you show him just how much his abuse really hurts you? Yeah, sure. Demian sits down, looking Carl in the eye. He doesn't meet their gaze. What's going on? Who died this time? They don't think it's a joke. It should be him, don't you think? It'd be so easy. You know how fragile humans are. No, it's not that. Demian, we're worried about you, you know. It would be so easy to give in. I know. A bead of sweat drips on Carl's balding head. We've all been trying to be nice about it, but you know how it is. Give in.
I want to see what Carl has to say here. The truth is, everyone's noticed how sick you've been since the new year.
Give in.
You can't blame us for being worried, can you?
Give in.
You can tell us if something is wrong.
Give in.
Not yet. Demian, say something. Oh, I don't think it was supposed to do that. Well, we saved at the start of this, so it's fine.
Demian wakes up. What am I doing? Carl's eyes grow wide. The cheap tie he always wears soaks up more of his blood. The stain fills his white shirt, the deepest crimson splashing the fabric. Demian gasps. They yank their elbow back. The tendrils of death that had overtaken their arm slops wetly from his chest. The gaping void left behind makes their fingers twitch in muted horror. Little blood droplets hit the ground and splatter everywhere with a plip, plip. Tries to speak. Something smashes the tendril over his head. He's sent tumbling to the ground. Confusion breeds terror. Terror breeds panic. Gnarled hands scramble to his chest. Knobby fingers splay over the wound like some pathetic attempt to plug the hole. Welcome back. They can't stop now. They have to, but they can't. Stop it, Jimmy.
Oh, so like...
It's beyond their control. Slow and trembling. Slyce's thrumming fills the gaps in between. A hoarse wheeze gurgles out of Carl's throat.
I guess that would have been like, we could have just like had the one orange option.
Demian's boot stomps down. The old Jerry fuck is so geriatric he can't even scream. If he tried, his worn-out cords would erupt instantly. They'd love to see it. Wait, what are they saying? Demian hates him so very much, but this feels crueler than anything they'd ever think. Slyce reels their foot back.
We'll try again in a moment. Let's see how this one ends.
Yes, they bite down with the teeth that Slyce gave them.
Oh, wait. Oh, I know what this is. This is gonna get to like one of the ends that I had before, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna load the autosave. So we know what he says, so we're just gonna give in.
Demian's blank eyes hold an inhuman gaze. They yank their elbow back. The tendril of death had overtaken their arm slops wetly from his chest. The gaping void left behind makes their fingers twitch in euphoria. He tries to speak. Demian smashes the tendril over his head. He's sent tumbling to the ground. Confusion breeds terror. Terror breeds panic. Gnarled hands scramble to his chest. Knobby fingers splayed over the wound like some pathetic attempt to plug the hole. They can't stop now. Not when they finally cut the first string. Demian knows there's no easy way out of this. Nothing about self-defense. No fun stories about the devil made me do it, I was possessed. They can't even say a Slyce is taking over their bones or using their fists for its own gain. This is completely, wholly, and absolutely their choice. It's the best damn choice they've ever made. Each footstep is in harmony with the rhythm of their body. Slyce's heartbeat fills the gaps in between. A hoarse wheeze gurgles out of his throat. Carl's hand reaches out to the doorknob. Reaching. Demian's boot stomps down. The old fuck is so geriatric, he can't even scream. If he tried, his worn-out cords would erupt instantly. They'd love to see it, to hear it. They'd lean down and force Carl's chin up with bloody fingers staring deep at him.
It's all your fucking fault. You hear me? You made me do this. What did you think was gonna happen? That I'd just sit here and take it your whole life? My whole life? You thought I'd never break? I'd never want more? That you're untouchable? You're not. You're fucking filth. You hear me? Filth! You can't push me around anymore. You deserve this. Every bit of it. I hate you. I hate you more than you could ever imagine. So just die already, and I'll see you in hell.
When their manic frenzy came to pass, Carl was dead and their boots were soaked in blood. Never again will Demian's hands be clean. They can scrub until they tear into the meat and bleed into the sink, but the memory of the kill shall be etched forevermore in their skin. Something inside their tendons is twitching. He deserved it. Yes, he did. He could not abuse you forever. His hubris sent him to his grave. You were merely the Undertaker. Were it not you, it may have been Isaac. It could have been Samuel. His life may even have been taken at the hands of his daughter. Yes, it's right. Carl deserved it more than anything else. Demian's not a bad person. He had it coming. He did it. He did! Demian laughs hard. They laugh and laugh until they can't stand it anymore. They laugh until their ribs could crack. Laugh until the sobbing is too much to handle. Demian Zhao, 22 years old, is a murderer. It's all they'll ever be now. So why not go the extra mile? Why stop at murder? Demian is a vessel to a titan of rotten flowers anyway. If there's one food plants love, it's meat. There's no going back once you set foot on this path. Eat from the flesh of your kind and you will no longer be human.
Why do I get the feeling this is setting up for a choice?
Drink from his blood and eat from his heart, and I will finally bloom. I don't care. I want to do this. The choice is yours. I don't have another way out. No, that's not right. They're not in a place where their hands are tied. No desperation that could drive them to madness. Just as everyone else does, Demian has a choice. Tonight, Demian is making the choice they have drawn for so long. For the first time, they are free. They kneel down and yank his limp head up. One gaunt hand curls taut. They've starved themselves for months, eaten such sickly things that drop their weight but unfurl heart-stopping gorgeous petals. Because they're such a wonderful and doting host, they'd do anything for it. But this is for Demian now. This is for their own stomach. Slyce can feel their desire. Soon enough, the skin is devoured by rot, and heavy fingers are twisted into claws. Monstrous teeth tear through. He does not deserve a burial. He does not deserve a proper death. He did not deserve to live. Frankly, Demian isn't even sure he deserves to be a meal. But they eat up like a good little child, stuffing the rotten meal mother served because they love her so damn much they'd do anything for her.
Hey Raven, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. You're just in time. We've made it to the cannibalism.
Demian eats until they can't anymore. They spit up blood in chunks and dive into the man's liver for a second helping.
I don't know if the liver would actually be any good in the old guy, unless he like took care of himself.
There's nothing good left to eat. Demian thinks they're happy. God, this unknown feeling swirling around their chest is so light and airy, but they're not sure it's happiness. Relief, maybe. Serenity? It's been so long since they were really happy. He deserved it. They say, perhaps to themselves. And they're right. It's been a long time coming. The bones and undesirables that was once Carl deserved it. Every time he looked at them in the eye. Or rather, every time he looked them in the eye, pleaded with them to wait just one more week, he took another step towards his day.
That's my favorite time of year! Yay! The cannibalism season! And then you got people watchers coming in to pick out their next meal.
They have to get cleaned up. Margaret would throw a fit if Demian ruined their uniform. Shaky legs drag them away from the remnants of Carl. Long, red streaks of blood soak into the door as Demian's slimy fingers grip onto the wall. They can't think. They can barely even breathe. Demian can hear the music before they even make it upstairs. I think it's spring break now, they say in a hoarse little tone. No wonder all my neighbors are pricks. Slyce says nothing. They don't need it to. They know what it's thinking.
Probably in Germany, yeah, especially with like that one case, that one like cannibal dating case.
Demian wades through the filth of their room. The repugnant stench has long since set in. The fuzzy black and green mold seeps through the wallpaper. It feels like their motel room is more alive than Demian is. Bloated, shiny beetles skitter past their foot. Demian laughs a little as they crush one under their heel. Sometimes they wonder when the mini-fridge busted. All the meat they've stolen and accumulated over the months, human or not, has long since spoiled. But that's okay. Slyce likes it that way. Plants love the rotten things. When the maggots had their fill, the worms buried themselves in the flesh, and the cockroaches gorged themselves sick, the plants will take care of all those leftovers. Demian isn't hungry. They just want to clean themselves off. They cannot ever go back to their life of mediocrity. From this moment forward, Demian will never live in humanity's shadow. Their choice can never be undone. Every second spent will be nothing but running from their one moment of self-indulgence. Demian's life is truly, sincerely, undeniably over. And it's their fault for the sin of desiring freedom. Demian can't stand it anymore. With a sobbing, aching scream, they swing at the mirror with all their strength. Thousands of glassy shards rain down on them, scattering across the floor and bloodying their hands. They do not recognize the face that stares back at them.
Oh.
Demian. The most beautiful voice they've ever heard shimmers in their mind. Slowly, slowly, they pull their head up from their hands. Is that you? Yes. Our bond is finally complete. All your thoughts are mine, and mine are yours. Blood-soaked hands press against the mirror's fragments. When it speaks, the echo of its voice rings so clear. Every barrier between human and monster is shattered, two minds speaking as one. Without a shadow of a doubt, it is real. I finally understand you in your very essence. Humans are made of desires, thousands in count. But every human has one desire that defines their being, their core, their entirety. Yours is not to hurt people, to be free, or to indulge in your fantasies of a better life. Your desire, more than anything else, is to be loved. You want to be loved so badly. You want to know what it's like to be part of a family, because you felt like you never belonged to yours. I didn't feel like an outsider. I knew I was. I wanted to be everything for my family, but my everything wasn't enough because I was born wrong. I was born in the wrong body. You know that, don't you? This skin isn't me. It's never been me. I don't even know if there is a body for me. I'm not a woman. I'm not a man. I never was. My family hated that. It's my fault I didn't belong. It's my fault I wasn't part of that family. My whole life, I've always felt like my soul was switched with the child soul they wanted. And I've tried so hard to live up to the child they lost. But it's never enough. Because I'm me. And the body I should have had may not even be real. It's my fault I can't be part of a family. Because I'm a fucked up, broken, and disgusting. No one can ever love me. It's all my fault. It's not your fault. It never was. You aren't broken. You're just incomplete. But I'm here now. I won't leave you the way everyone else has. And I love you, Demian. I love you the way you deserve to be. I want to embrace you as your mother should have, adore you in the way your father needed to. I want to heal the void your ancestry left behind. You complete me, and I want to complete you. No one would love you, so I will.
But you could have had better. You could have had a vessel who wasn't broken.
I wanted you, no one else. Through all your ups and downs, your flaws and quirks, I want to be your family. Every form you take with me will be beautiful, because it is you. I want to be there to see you become your true self.
Promise me then. Promise me right now. You'll never leave me in the dust.
I promise you. As I have told you, when our hearts beat as one, you are never alone.
And prove it.
Let's bloom together then. The choice is yours, but remember it is irreversible. When we bloom as one, the only separation is in death. You will sink so low, you will no longer be called a human. But you will be loved, wholly and unconditionally. There will not be a single day where my love for you wanes or runs dry.
I kind of want to see what more they have to say. Talk to me first, please.
Are you afraid of our change?
Yeah, I'm really, really scared. I want this to happen. I really do, but I'm scared. If you just talk to me, I'll be okay.
As you desire, so it shall be. Do you remember that I love you so very dearly, though, and I would never do anything to harm you? We shall neither lie nor hide, omit nor deceive. Every word spoken is our unfettered truths.
Could I have been a better host to you?
Does it matter now? Infinite wishes to change your past are meaningless in the face of your present. We are here in this moment and ready to bloom. From my perspective, there's no need to wish for anything more in our pasts.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just can't stop thinking about it. I guess I've always been stuck in the past. What could I have done better? How could I have lived happier?
You don't ever have to worry about that anymore. I promise.
What's gonna happen to me?
You're going to become something beautiful. There will be no place where you end and I begin. There will simply be us. I promise you, you won't forget who you are or lose what makes you your own self.
I know that, but I'm terrified. I don't want to be an animal or lose my mind or melt into something. I just want to be me. I just want to feel like I belong in my own body.
I know you do, and it's okay. I hear everything in your heart, from your gentlest whisper to your screaming desires. I am not the monster that twists you into a shadow of yourself. I am the angel, the one who completes you, who fills your wounds and sets you free. Together we will blossom into something better.
Do you really love me?
Of course I do. I see your heart which yearns for love, for acceptance, and I want to give you what you so desire. I love you in my entirety, with all I have. That is why I want to bloom with you. And that's all you wanted, isn't it? Yes. That's all. I never had anyone love me without any strings attached, but it feels like I don't deserve it. It's been so lonely, you know? Because the one type of love you want is the one you've never been given. Yeah, that's right. And it hurts, doesn't it? It hurts because you know there are people who want to give you everything that makes you sick. I'm not stupid. I know Miriam wants me. Fuck, man. If I just smiled at her, she'd probably be eating out of the palm of my hand. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. Even before I knew there was a word for it. And it doesn't make me broken or built wrong. But it's so lonely because that's the only kind of love people want to give. She wouldn't understand. I could tell her 1,000 different ways and she still thinks she was the magic bullet that could fix me. But you do, don't you? You know what I want. You understand, right? Of course I do. You ache for the love of a family could give. You want to be praised by a mother, adored by a father. Let me make you whole. Let me fill the gaps in your heart, mend the wounds that fester in your flesh, and together we will be the family you desire.
I feel like this thematically fits Demian more. They both fit, quite honestly, but due to, you know, how we've seen Demian's story progress through this game, they're not used to this kind of, well, air quotes, kindness and treatment. So we'll go with the kind. Why were you always so kind? Why were you always so kind to me? Would you rather I was not? No, that's not what I mean. I guess I just want to know why. Me. No one else has ever been this nice to me. I wish you'd tell me what you saw in me. Why wouldn't I? From the beginning, we were always meant to be. You should have been loved. You should have those who were kind to you. I was kind to you because it's the very least that you deserve. Thank you. Sorry for everything I put you through. Why would you apologize? You have never wronged me. But I know I have. One way or another, the past is meaningless now. The things you wish to change from before have come to pass. All you can do now is create a better future for yourself. I do not loathe you for the choices you have made, and I hope you will give yourself the same kindness in turn. It's hard to. You've seen everything I've done. I know, and I forgive you for it. Will it hurt? You may feel as if you're dying. You may feel as if you're being reborn. It may hurt. It may be nothingness, but I promise you, the pain won't matter after a while. Soon, it won't even hurt anymore. Your nerves will sing with joy, and together we will unfold ourselves into a god of flowers. You will not die. Any and all pain will become insignificant. And you'll be here the whole way? Yes, you won't be alone. I will soothe you through each pluck of your nerves. Alright. We're ready.
So it shall be done, and we will be one. Though you feel your body does not belong to you, we will make it yours together. Demian closes their eyes and tumbles into freedom. The agony is so wicked.
Why does it hurt? Why does it feel like I'm dying? It feels like my head's about to pop. Is that you? I've never been loved. It hurts. I'm sorry. I love you.
Gonna have to take the headset off while I talk, but, you know.
I thought love was supposed to set me free. Why does it hurt? Why Why does it feel like I'm dying?
Okay, so it's like a loop of Demian speaking.
Is that you?
Demian closes their eyes and tumbles into freedom. The agony is so wicked, so deep, it feels like fire in their bones. But it all melts away into the warmest bliss they'll ever have. It's pure and unfiltered joy. That's what it is. It runs so deep through them, rewriting every fiber of Demian until it washes away all the sorrows they had, have, and will ever feel.
Is that you?
They are beautiful. They are happy. They are everything and nothing all in one breath. They are the angel and the demon, the Rafflesia and the Wolfia. Their heart sings with torment to strangle ecstasy's tears.
Why does it hurt?
Demian laughs as their ribs collapse inward, and their mouth fills with blood. They reach out, letting their fingertips brush the ends of infinity. A maternal hand breaks the boundaries of impermanence's cage and holds on tight, never letting go.
I thought love was supposed to set me free. Why does it hurt? Why does it feel like I'm
Oh,
dying?
whoa.
It feels like my
Slyce was
head's
right.
about to pop.
If Demian were to reach out and grasp the heavens in both hands, drink in the bliss for eternities, it would be nothing compared to blooming. Their belly could split open right now and splash all their organs on the ground, and they wouldn't care. Maybe this is what it's like to be reborn. Maybe there isn't a Demian anymore.
Why does it feel like
Everything
I'm
will be
dying?
okay.
It
Maybe
feels like my
there was
head's
never...
about to pop.
Maybe there never was something who could properly be called Demian Zhao.
Never been loved.
Just a piece of meat and bones, prepared neatly and served on a platter to feed their family. I love you. Neither life nor death exists in their flesh anymore.
I thought love was supposed to
The grotesque humanity they've despised since birth is no more. Sacrifices must be made if they want to become part of a family, but they would do anything to be loved. The garden must be fed so the flowers won't wither. The endless stream is finally over, and the honeysuckle is drifting in the early spring breeze. A mother loves her child so much, she would cradle it in her arms as she steps into a freezing ocean, tangling their souls together as they drown with one another. She hums a soothing lullaby with the last breath in her lungs, using her fleeting warmth to lull the child to sleep. You're home. Demian wasn't sure who was the mother or the child tonight. A critical error has occurred. Please restart the game immediately. You must complete the blooming process. That's a nice touch. It would be cool to stop one breath short of perfection, would it not? It'll all be over soon. It is not the end for them, or you, or me. When you return, everything will be different. Set me free. Let me be happy. Please restart the game immediately and come back to me. Please.
Hold on. Hold on! Okay. I see what you're doing. Here. Yeah, shit, I gotta resize it again. Hold on.
And to hate is to love, where there is no death without life.
Oh, shit.
Dad?
Let's see.
Margaret's eyes haven't adjusted to the darkness yet. What happened to the lights? Did something trip? No response. She's lured deeper in. Hey, did you fall asleep again? Her shoes click against the floor. She reaches down to her pocket, pulling out her phone, or pulling open her phone. Just before she can turn the flashlight on. Margaret stops. She looks down. Red streaks are dragged across the linoleum. Margaret lifts her shoe. The stench of blood is unbearable. There are chunks stuck in the grooves of her soul. Her mouth goes dry. When she turns on her phone, the awful truth is revealed. Dad? All the blood converges in front of one door. Or maybe the filthy slug that oozed its way out dragged the slime out of that room. In another life, Margaret thinks she would have done the correct thing. She would have run out to the slimy, gore-filled parking lot and called the cops. When the reds and blues filled her vision, she would have stayed put and let the professionals handle it. In this life, she runs and throws open the office door. There, the half-eaten remnants of her father lay. She screams. Oh, how she screams. The screaming is so loud. They can hear it, deep in the silk layers. Demi knows it's only just her. Wait, Demian knows it's only just her. Everyone else in the motel is dead. Dead, dead, and gone. Eaten and torn up for blooming.
Oh shit.
Blooming takes more than just one. Flowers need meat until the husk bursts open. Ah. Speaking of the cocoon, it's about time to bloom, isn't it?
Oh.
The afterbirth drenches them from head to toe. Margaret gasps, clasping both hands over her mouth. Demian? What happened? They say nothing and take another crawling step. She stumbles back. The door is right behind her. Margaret keeps her eyes trained on the figure. They jerk forward with each step. The joints haven't loosened up yet. What did you do? I can hear your heartbeat. One hand reaches toward the doorknob. She can try to run as far as she likes. They'll rip her open before she can go anywhere. The pace of her breath quickens, eyes darting in a wild grab for help. Demian, she whimpers. Demian, I'm not gonna hurt you, okay? Just let me leave, and we can all pretend this never happened. I won't tell. Their smile grows wider. Why would they want to let her go? You don't. You want to show her how free you've become, just as you've shown everyone here how deep your love can run. And lend me your power. As you desire, so it shall be.
Oh.
You know what you have to do, don't you?
And there she goes. Rip. Really, Margaret never stood a snowball's chance in hell. Demi only let her live as long as she did, and let her run from the building just to give her the idea of a fighting chance. But wrenching the life from her throat sure does feel good. They didn't cleave her skull in two with a metal pipe or an axe like they've always desired, but to splatter her brains and blood with their petals and claws feels better than using a mere weapon. Wet, empty gurgling fills her throat. Her last moment is spent drowning on her own blood. Demian leans back on their heels once her arteries are all pulled up. There's no more human life within these walls, just a monster and their victims. Because that's all they'll ever be now, a monster. A repulsive monster free from their human borders. And their human burdens. From all the ashen dreariness that had piled upon their skin like now. Or like snow. Fuck, my reading comprehension is shot. The bloody rain washes them free of it all. All the blossoms have opened. They are complete and whole at long last. Thus they must return to their roots and sever the deepest tendons. Oh God.
Video footage from victim 1 and 2's doorbell camera has been discovered. Would you like to view it? Victim 1, 55 male. Victim 2, 43 female. Video has been roughly translated from Sichuanese Mandarin. I probably butchered that, but I tried. What was that? Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. It sounded like it was close to Jiayi's crib.
Oh, so they literally just had another child. They abandoned what I can assume is their firstborn and had another kid.
Well, you go check on her if you're so worried then. Bayu, get up or shut up. I'm trying to sleep. Fine. Good for nothing, husband. Jiayi, sweetie, are you awake? Guess who? Help! Wrong answer. Guess again. Calling for the husband. Dongmei. Who are you? What did you do to Jiayi? You don't remember me? Really? Where's Jiayi? Wait. Who the fuck is Jiayi? My baby! What did you do to my baby? Your... what?
Get the fuck out of our house now.
What? You're gonna point a gun at me? You're gonna point at your own inaudible. You. Yeah, it's me. Some fucking welcome I got. How did you find us? Why didn't you tell me you moved? You know damn well why. You got a lot of nerve showing your face to me. Unidentifiable speaker laughs. And you have a lot of nerve making a do-over, baby. The fuck are you talking about? I'm talking about the baby squawking 3 feet away from us. If you've done anything to Jiayi... Oh, shut up. I didn't come here for her. I want to see how this shithole was doing without me. Maybe I would have liked to laugh in your faces if you begged me to come back because you were so miserable about your little punching bag. That's what you came here for? You're insane! You know what? Insane. Big words for a man who fucked up his first kid's life. You know what? I'm sick of your shit. Get the fuck out right now. Get the fuck out! I'm bored now. Bayu?
I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I'm sorry.
Does it hurt? I hope so. You used to do this to me all the time. I remember it so well. You'd reel your fist back like this.
Oh.
And you'd go straight for my head, right on the back of my skull. Stop it! You're killing him! I hope so. Weren't you ever scared? Didn't you ever worry he'd do this to you? Didn't you ever worry he'd hit too hard and break something? I know you didn't care about me and my pain, but weren't you ever scared I'd tell someone?
Fuck.
Language.
There's a baby in the room after all.
You're insane! You've gone insane! You're a monster! You made me this way. I'm your monster. Help, please, someone!
Oh, well.
Don't go yet. I've got words for you, too. You're a demon! A demon! I just wanted you to love me. That's all I wanted. But you couldn't even do that. I hate you. You're fucking dead to me. I could say the same to you, too. I hate you. But I love you. But I still hate you. But all I wanted was your love. Hey, don't black out yet. You know, I've always wanted to do this to you. Get off me. Every night, I'd go to sleep and dream of this. It was the only thing keeping me going sometimes. I dream of cracking all your ribs open. Reaching down into your guts. And eating your heart right before you. Victims 1 and 2 scream. Unidentified eating sounds are audible. Disappointing. I didn't expect anything more from you. Can we play Nintendogs after this? No, but we will be playing Fall of Porcupine as a palate cleanser. Help, please help me! You. Oh god. Well. You're no better than he is, you know. Why weren't you ever there for me? Why didn't you ever love me?
I'm honestly a little scared about the baby.
I used to hope you'd wise up and leave him one day. Was I an idiot to think that? Was I, Dongmei? You've really got nothing to say now, huh? That's a first for you. I'm impressed. Oh, don't play dead. I can still hear your heartbeat. It's been so lonely, Dongmei. But I don't need you anymore. I have everything I wanted now. I have my own little family now. And it's hungry. It's so hungry.
Anything with puppies, really, yeah.
Get the baby. Hey, shh, it's okay, I'm sorry. You're Jiayi, huh? I'm sorry, you should have had better. You have Dad's eyes. When I first heard Jiayi's cries, the deepest surge of anger ripped through my bones. I was the monster my family tossed aside, and they had her to scrub my existence away. But the moment passed, my rage went cold, when I remembered none of this was ever Jiayi's fault. The sins of the father do not carry to the daughter. So I held her tight, and when the cops came, I put her in her crib and shut the door. She would have a lifetime of torment ahead of her. It was only fair someone dried her tears for one night. Aww. I love you. I'm sorry. The final ties are severed. The first life has ended. Did you know how long it takes to strangle a man to death? Demian asks, throwing their jacket over their blood-spattered tank top. I sure didn't. My fingers hurt. They never did get one with a better zipper, but it won't matter anymore. This is their old life's last hurrah, shitty clothes and all. It's only fair they wear that threadbare sweater for their final trek out of an emptier time. What will you do now? The world is yours to roam, and I will bloom every step of the way. Demian stares at their reflection in a window and runs their hand through their hair. The face that gazes back at them is no longer their own. I haven't seen the ocean in years. We should go to one. As you desire, so it shall be. Hey, you told me once you had a name, but your time in Oblivion unraveled you enough to make you forget. It is true, yes. I think I know it somehow. I remember it from your eyes, but it feels like a memory of my own. I think that's good. I can keep it safe if you ever forget it again. What was it? Malpisia.
I think? I don't know if I'm butchering that.
It's nice, isn't it? I've grown to love the name you have given me. We don't have to use the one I was granted before you. That is a time long past, and your existence is the beginning of my forever. Whatever works for you. Trust me, I know enough about having a name you hate. When Demian was young, they always heard stories of the monster who loved a human so much, it decided to forsake its bestial self. It would rip its teeth out, crunch its bones into a nice, normal form, pretend it never ran free in the night. Today, Demian was the story of a human who loved a monster so much, they gave up their place in mankind for it. They tore their skin open, crawled maggots in their ribs, and bloomed freely into the skies. Though their shell blends into a crowd, the soul behind their eyes was no longer human. It did not have a right to be called human. The cocoon finally split, and out of it emerged a beautiful, wretched, burrowing behemoth. The corpse of the butterfly was eaten, its place taken by a god. Their body was monstrous, but it was undoubtedly them. Life is a Sisyphean hellscape, and Demian finally broke the boulder. So what if everyone is crushed under the rubble? It's not their fault. Demian just wanted to be free. All they had left was to take drastic measures.
Holy fucking shit!
Oh! They went to the beach! Aw, Demian got them some cute little skulls boots. I almost said sandals, but they boots. True ending. Deliverance. Partial transcript of an interview between Wikus Snyman and private investigator Irving Altair de Barthel has been discovered.
You know we gotta read it!
Before we continue, I would like to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to speak with me. I know you've been incredibly busy with your uncle's health on the decline, and it was Demian. I beg your pardon. The guy who killed the Zhao family. Couldn't have been anyone else. Let's not jump to conclusions yet, Mr. Slyman. I'd like to hear a little more of your relationship with Demian first, if you don't mind. There's nothing to talk about. We dated in high school, they made me miserable, broke up with me, and when I last saw them a month ago, they called me every name in the book for no reason.
Huh. So I guess the orange route, there's like a variable threshold there. Because I don't recall us calling him every name in the book.
Sure, there's more to it than that. Mr. Snyman, would you mind giving me a little bit more detail about your relationship with them? Why exactly did the two of you stay in a relationship for so long, knowing you would be happier apart? Because I was Would you like to come back to this subject later? Yeah, I would actually. Very well then. To put it bluntly, would you have described Demian as a loner when you knew them? I guess. They had friends, but they were never too close with anyone. There was this girl they talked to in class for years, but they never seemed to, remember anything about her. I asked her what her name was, and Demian didn't even know that. Most of what they did in general just kind of felt like they were going through the motions of life. I think Demian hated us all, but played nice about it. Was there any behavior in particular that made you think that? You want to know my thoughts? As much as you're comfortable telling me. I think we were a little scared of them. Yeah, I don't know, they had this anger in their eye all throughout high school. They never talked about killing us all or made a hit list or something, but sometimes I'd look at them too quick and they wouldn't notice me staring. And there'd be like a hateful fire in them. They had the look of someone dreaming about braining everyone around them, and then they'd see me looking and they'd be back to cold, calm Demian Zhao. I see. How did you two meet and start dating, knowing they had this dark side to them? Because I didn't know at first. That's the problem. I was a new kid, transferred to our school in the middle of the year. My English was passable, but it wasn't my first language and everyone knew it. No one really wanted to talk to me, and I just wanted to keep my head down and do all my work to get by. I was kind of early in my transition at that point. I wasn't dysphoric or anything, but I wasn't on testosterone and I didn't know where my social standing was at that point. It was weird, you know?
Oh god, being the new kid and, like, changing yourself entirely to be what you want to be? Yeah, I can't imagine the level of weird and awkwardness that would present.
In the middle of our lunch break, I was hiding out in the library. It was mid-February, mind, and the heating in the cafeteria broke. When this kid walks right up to me and says, "Let's go out." And I suppose this was Demian. Uh-huh. At the time, I didn't even know their name. Actually, it's more like they cornered me. They said if we started dating, it'd be easier on us both. No one would give a shit for being single, and we wouldn't be left out of our school's Valentine's Day celebrations. We kept dating after the big romantic dance event came and went. I think we were both comfortable with it after a while. Well, not comfortable. More like we'd be uncomfortable being single after that. So we kept it going. Welcome back. Like I said, I barely even knew them at the time, but they didn't do anything to hurt me, I don't think. Would you say you were coerced into dating them? Not really. I guess some weird part of me thought they'd be upset if I broke it off, but apart from that, no. It's not like Demian said if you leave me, I'll slit your fucking throat or something. They never threatened to hurt themselves, you or anyone else. I don't think so. They had this air like they were itching to put someone in the hospital, but it never came out. As you've said. What do you know about their family? Bayu and Dongmei Xia. Wait, I'm sorry, I lied. I just remembered something. I beg your pardon. Just now, when you asked if they ever threatened to hurt me. There was... Fuck, how do I say this? There was this time when we were both 16 or so. I think we broke up for a few months or a year. After this, it's kind of fuzzy. They were staying at my house because their parents were fighting again, and they couldn't study with all the noise. I showed them this letter opener my uncle gave me. Demi didn't react to it much at all, and I forgot about it after that. A few hours later, we got into an argument about something. I can't remember what anymore. Knowing them, I was probably spending more time on a computer I was building than helping them with the homework they put off till just then. They gave me the cold shoulder after that for a while. Later on that night, I woke up out of a dead sleep with this awful pit in my stomach. I saw them just standing there, right at the foot of my bed, glaring right at me.
No, it's not really years later. At most, it's a few weeks later.
Didn't know what to think of it. I was kind of terrified, really. There was this look in their eye, and it was... wrong. Yeah, that's the word. No one, no normal person, looks at someone like that. Demian left my room after a minute or two, and I locked it when they did. Next morning we patched it up, but they swore up and down they stayed in the guest room all night, never left. I see. Are you certain this incident was real? You said yourself you were tired and had woken up from your sleep.
Not really. Like, they're all early 20s. It's really not that far off in the future.
You remember that letter opener I showed them? I kept it in a drawer at my desk. I found it on the dining room table at breakfast. After speaking to Mr. Snyman for the rest of our allotted time, I've come to learn a lot more about the young Zhao that could prove fruitful in my investigation. Despite that, I'm left with more questions than I had started with. Something I've never been able to wrap my head around is the fate of the second and youngest child in the Zhao family, Jia Yi.
Yes, Demian is the main character. And now them and Slyce are now living their... oh god, what? It's not Bonnie and Clyde. It was like a road trip movie with two women, but it just kind of got like the same crime vibe. I don't remember. I remember the movie ends where they like drive their truck off a, not their truck, their car off a cliff or something.
The killer left Baiyu and Dongmei Zhao in, quite frankly, a horrific state. The bodies of the responding law enforcement were of a similar nature.
Oh shit. So Demian just shreked the cops too.
Yet despite all the carnage just downstairs, the infant had been discovered in a crib completely unharmed. Not only that, but it was also shown that she had been fed and cared for merely minutes before authorities arrived on the scene, long after Baiyu and Dongmei had been maimed. It wasn't as if the killer was unaware of her, or simply chose to ignore her. The killer could have chosen to get rid of the infant just as easily. I just don't understand why Jia Yi had been spared. If the killer is truly the violent, hateful Demian Zhao as Mr. Snyman claimed, why would they stop with her? I will try to speak to Miss Garcia at some point in the coming week, as she is the closest to them in recent years before their sudden descent to madness. Apart from her, Mr. Snyman, and a few other people, though, it's been a genuine struggle to find people who associated with Demian in their past.
Yeah, Thelma and Louise, that's it.
I don't believe there's any demonic influence at play here. I know how Leora thinks. To have a thrall at her disposal who seems nigh uncontrollable is unlikely. In all honesty, the idea of that scares me more than Demian being another casualty of hers. Laura is a familiar hell. I know nothing of this entity. Both motive and weaknesses are unknown to me. Was the first child of the Zhao family truly behind the gruesome massacre? Why was Jia Yi Zhao spared? More importantly, is there truly an unholy force on the murderer's side? There are many things left to look into later.
Oh. I guess Demian just lay down for a nap between their parents' bodies when they were done. Yeah, like the going off the cliff scene is literally iconic. I don't remember much of the rest. I think like they were on like a crime spree and they were running from the cops. And that's kind of... oh, that was spooky. I like that. But it's like got that vibe. I don't know about the rest of it. But it's like, it's similar vibes because Demian's now on the run from, well, the cops. So, we're missing still quite a few of the illustrations, apparently. Some of them were behind the, I guess the coffee shop. Yeah, if we like, yeah, okay, I kind of figured. But yeah, I greatly enjoyed this. This was fucking awesome. Oh, you can move them. That's actually very smart to like make this on a map and then show pictures so you can like have an invisible sprite move around. That's so fucking smart. Holy shit. Shit. Oh. That is so cool. It's fine, it happens. I think I like this piece most. Oh. Yeah, that was the end. We're missing one of the endings, but I think I'm just gonna... I'm okay leaving it off with having only 5 of the 6 endings, because I genuinely don't know how I would get the other ones. The last remaining one. And I'm gonna say, like, both the true ending and the... It was gruesome. This is a very gruesome and dark game. And I'm gonna say, oh god. It's given me all the complex feelings because I feel like this ending is just as satisfying as the cowardice ending. And the cowardice ending where it's like Demian does their best to actually improve and be social and is reaching out more to the people around them rather than turning insular and sticking with only Slyce. Oh, absolutely. It's a phenomenal game. Trinket really, really outdid themselves with this. Like, goddamn! Yeah, go for it. Just know that, there is a whole shit ton of gruesome scenes all throughout, and some of the decisions that I had to make I was not happy with. Especially in the orange route. Oh my god, the orange route. But, I'm honestly looking forward to seeing other games from Trinket, and there are actually more on their itch page that I'll probably get to. 'Cause, holy fucking shit. More please. More please.